What's going on, horror fanatics? Welcome to our Shop 6 Times YouTube horror movie channel. But more importantly, welcome to the Raw Footage Podcast here on our Shop 6 Times YouTube horror movie channel. It's a pleasure to be here with you all tonight. This is going to be episode 8 of the podcast. And in today's podcast, we are going to discuss whether or not this whole image of this tape that surfaced a couple days ago in the trailer and that has everybody wondering whether this tape is for Sydney, Jill, Stu, so on and so forth. We're going to dissect whether it's real or not. But even if it's not real, we're going to play into the idea that it is and come up with some ideas and theories in regards to who could be behind the tape that is going to be played in Scream 7 if this specific tape is going to end up being played. So if you guys haven't done so already, please shoot the stream and the episode a like. It definitely helps out with the YouTube algorithm, as well as when this goes into video mode, be sure to hype the stream as well, because then we climb up the leaderboard with that and we get more subscribers in here and some more viewers and grow the community. So before I get everything started, I am waiting on my guests to get in here. We are going to get to the chat and say a blanket hello to everybody. Yo, what's up, Chances Make Champions? Saying, yo, Marcus, I hope I spelled it right. Nah, but you're good. I get that a lot. But I got a cool theory. What if this whole time we're depending on Stu having his own cult of Ghostface, but what if he has nothing to do with the killers in Scream 7? I think it's possible, especially if you dissect certain characters and certain scenes from these trailers. I think there's an avenue that they could take for that, especially if Kevin is willing to bunch in his ideas for what he had for Stu in Scream 3 and what he had for Jill in Scream 5. So I'm going to elaborate on that a little bit later, because I do have an idea in regards to how they can get to, how they can go in that direction. But thank you for being here, Chances Make Champions. I am just going to scroll through the chat because I know I'm a little bit behind. Spicy Oreo 15, what's going on? Glad to see you here. Saying what's poppin' chat. And Marcus, I know I'm early, but I'll definitely be right there when this thing gets started. Get it up. Yeah, absolutely. Give me 1 second, guys. I need my glasses. I forgot to even put them on. Okay, a lot better. Now I can read the chat a lot better. Sorry about that. But thank you again, Spicy Oreo, for being here. Paula, what's going on? Val, what's up? Saying, hey, you guys. What's up, Val? Glad to see you here as always. What's up, Shannon? Shannon saying, stab the like button, or else don't forget, after the stream, the hype button, show go see some love. Yes, absolutely. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you for that, Shannon. Yo, what's up, DJ? Again, guys, I'm just going to scroll through the chat, give a blanket hello, because you guys know how this gets. I want to make sure I get to everybody who's here, because we're going to be talking theories, and you guys know how these streams get. But I do want to say to the 27 people who are here watching, thank you guys for showing up. It's greatly appreciated. For the love of horror, what's going on? Glad to see you here as well. Denisha, what's up, homegirl? Glad to see you can make it. King Matthew, what's going on? I'm doing all right tonight, just chilling. Let me star Matthew's comment, because I just want to do a blanket hello, but I do want to get back to your theory. What's up, Jamie? Glad to see you here. Carrie, what's going on? Glad you all can make it. What's going on, Ryan? That's right. I still got to add Ryan as a mod. Sorry, I have a lot of things going on, so sometimes I tend to forget certain things I'm supposed to do. Yo, what's up, Destin? My brother from another mother. What's going on, bro? Let me know if you still need me to ref that stream later on tonight, bro. Let me know what's going on with that. That sounded scary. What's going on, man? Glad to see you here. It's been a little while. What's up, Patrol? Scrolling through. All right, what's going on, Bearded? Eric's in the chat. What's going on, brother? All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I feel like I got everybody. Okay, so hold on. Let's get to this one. At XYZ-G5HT. See how much smoother shit is when I have my glasses on, y'all? What is meant by who made the tape in the title? We are going to be getting to that here in a few short moments, but I will fill you in real quickly. So a few days ago here on the podcast, I was made aware of a particular scene in an extended trailer that was made by somebody who does fan edits. I didn't know that at first, but apparently this particular scene made the rounds where you see someone and putting a tape in a VCR, and it looks like it could say for Sydney, for Jill, for Stu. It could say one of the characters' names that are a part of the Scream franchise. So it has a lot of people thinking that it's going to be in Scream 7. It even had me thinking that at first. But now that I know that came from somebody who basically does fan edits and kind of alters, the actual trailers, I'm kind of skeptical whether or not that's going to actually be in the movie. But that doesn't mean we can't theorize and make up our own interpretation in regards to that particular type of scene popping up in Scream 7, because Scream 7 is supposed to mirror Scream 3 in some ways. We know that Scream 3 we had to take with Randy, so it would be no surprise if they were to have a particular scene like that in Scream 7 either. So that's what the title means, XYZ. We're going to break that down here in a second. But without further ado, my guest is now in the building. You guys know her. She's a big-time YouTuber here in the YouTube community, especially in regards to Scream content. She actually just got back from LA from attending a Scream fan event. Very big deal. Awesome to see that happen for her. So without further ado, she is the Duchess of Woodsboro, the Corporal of the Charlie Army. Ladies and gentlemen, Sister Pam. What's going on?
How you doing tonight, hey, girl? Everyone. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Just chilling, busting it up while I got some free time before I head into this 26-hour stretch over the next 2 days at work. So I'm excited to have you here and discuss some Scream 7 theories and talk about this old tape debacle and see what we can interpret from it. And also talk some Stu Mocker theories and that whole AI stuff and all that. But I also want to talk about Anna Camp's character, Jessica, because I'm sure you've seen her recent post. I don't know if you have.
I didn't actually. A few people told me about it in my live stream the other day, but I didn't check it out because people were saying it's kind of spoilery. But I mean, if she posted it, then it must not be that bad, right? She wouldn't post it if she wasn't allowed to. But I did not see it.
From what I heard, I don't know if it's still up on her page. I didn't go look. But from what I heard, it is now deleted.
Interesting. Yeah, I have no idea what the post was. I don't know at all.
See, and I said this on the podcast the other night, Pam. Even if she shared that and it is a little bit spoily, I personally believe everything that we have seen in a lot of these trailers, we're actually going to see in the movie. And I think they're doing that intentionally. I think when we go into this movie, it's not going to be difficult to decide who the killers are going to be. And the reason why I say that is because Eric had recently filled me in on the fact that Kevin's favorite Scream movie is Scream 6. And one of my biggest things that I took away from that movie is how easy it was to predict the killers.
Yeah.
So when we get all this stuff here with Stu Mocker in the trailers, and then they're keeping Anna Camp out of the promotion for the most part and all that stuff, I have a feeling about 15 minutes to maybe 30, I'll be fair, maybe 30 minutes into the movie, we are going to know exactly what this story is and who the killers are. That's what I feel. So with her sharing that on social media, I think it's all, dare I say, and you'll understand why I'm saying it this way, it's all done by design. That's what I feel. So it's going to be an interesting conversation for sure, Pam. But without wasting any time, I do want to get your thoughts on this shot right here. Now, I know you didn't know too much about it. I know you knew it came from a fan-made trailer. You were the one who actually told me about that. I didn't even notice that in the shot that Eric gave me that it actually had, the link and everything to it. So when I initially saw this, I thought that this was in one of the TV spot trailers that I didn't catch. Because there's been so many TV spot trailers that have come out, and I don't think a lot of us have caught everything. So when I saw this, and Destin mentioned it to me first. So when I pulled it up on screen and I saw this, I'm like, ooh, this is really, really interesting if it's actually going to be in the movie. So let me pull this bad boy up here, and let's get your thoughts on this.
Yeah. Interesting. I mean, it definitely says for Stu, right? That's what it's supposed to say.
There's a lot of people thinking it says for Sid. There's a lot of people who thinks it could say for Jill.
Yeah. So just now I saw it that it kind of looks like for Jill.
Yes.
Well, that didn't even cross my mind until just now. When I first saw it, I thought it said for Stu.
Right. There's a lot of, it could be either way. It could be for Sid. It could be for Stu. It could be for Jill. That's my top 3 in regards to what this name could be. I feel like if this is an actual scene from the movie, if we're going to get this particular Randy type of tape scene, I feel like the lettering on the name was done poorly for that reason. So we wouldn't be able to figure out till we've seen the movie. So what is your final verdict on it in regards to the name? Like, what do you 100% feel like this name says? Who's this tape for?
I'm gonna say for Stu.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this question. Who made that tape for Stu?
It's a good question.
That's the big thing for me.
Yeah. My mind first went to maybe Leslie Mocker. But then when I was thinking about it, I was like, maybe Roman. Like, what if they did kind of actually link up in Scream 3, like a lot of us think? And what if he made a tape for him of some sort? I don't know.
What if that's how Scott Foley comes back in this movie?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, see, now I hope this is in the movie. I really do, because I mean, it would make sense, right? Scream 7 is supposed to mirror Scream 3 in a lot of ways.
Right.
So why would you not have a tape scene in it? Now, what I thought, if it's not for Stu, let's say it's for Sydney, right? What if it's a tape made by Dewey before he died?
I would love that. I would love to see him again.
Right.
And to not have it be an AI version of him and have it actually be him, the real Dewey.
Yes.
And I just think, like you said, it would be a good way to mirror Randy in Scream 3. A clever and cute way to see a character that we know and love who's no longer with us, unfortunately.
Right.
Yeah, that's possible. So
yeah, I thought about that, especially if it is going to be for Sydney, because when we hear Dewey's voice, we know that's not Dewey. That's Ghostface,
right.
And stuff. So it would be really cool if they do that, the whole voice thing with Dewey, but then also give a nice thing about Dewey, like a nice video, a proper send off and stuff, kind of maybe giving Sydney the rules to the reboot, because that's what a lot of people are saying this is going to be about. Commentary on reboots and stuff like that. So maybe Dewey can give some commentary on that. Now, if this tape scene is in Scream 7 and it doesn't say for Stu and it doesn't say for Sydney, but it says for Jill, what is your thoughts on that?
Oh my God. I don't know. Like, I would love for Jill to be alive. I just don't know. This is a lot to think about.
Right.
Let me hear your thoughts first, and maybe then I could expand on it.
Okay. So My thoughts about this are very, very, very deep. I have thought
Okay.
very deeply about this, and it's because of few amount of scenes that I've seen in these trailers. And I know when I talk about it, a lot of people are probably going like, "This son of a bitch is crazy," But I think the way I lay it out, it's going to make it plausible. But before I get to it, I do want to get to this super chat from Pisces Gal. Thank you so much for your $5 super chat. It's greatly appreciated. Saying it was Samara from the Ring movie who made the tape. That's funny as hell. I had to think about that for a second because I hardly watch those movies. So, it,
Yeah.
kind of took me by surprise with this comment, but that's funny as hell. Yeah, I don't think so. Pisces Gal, I hope not. I mean, that'd be some dumb shit if they did some shit like that. But yeah, I know you're just trying to be funny, and that was some funny shit. So thank you for your super chat. I greatly appreciate it. All right. So, Pam, you wanted to know my thoughts on this whole thing. Oh, boy. Okay. So I have collected a few shots from the trailer. Some of them, a couple of them Eric gave to me, and then a couple of them I just took before we got on stream. Now,
Can I interrupt real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
So there was just a final trailer drop of the movie just now. So I don't know if you want to do.
All right.
Well, this was an hour ago, actually. My friend just sent it to me.
All right.
I think. Wait, hold up. Okay.
I'm on YouTube now.
Wait,
so
I'm so sorry. It's not from the official account. I'm not sure if it's legit. I'm sorry for getting everyone excited.
Okay. No, you're good. You're good. I'm actually on YouTube now. Do you know what the actual title is? I'll put a new trailer.
Yeah, okay, I don't think it's legit. I don't think it's legit.
No, it's from Wilson, Cleveland.
Yeah, okay. Sorry.
No,
let's get back to what you were saying.
No, you're good on that because with everything dropping, that could have been very true, so
yes.
I'm not going to eat your lunch for that. That shit,
Okay.
We got played. That's why I feel like with that whole, tape incident or whatever, I kind of feel played for talking about it a little bit because I didn't know.
It's hard to
it came
trust
from that
things.
extended trailer. Yeah, shit is crazy. So, okay. So, in a perfect world, in regards to what I think this could mean, if let's say Jill is alive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say we see Jill in a psychiatric hospital. Let's say we see that. Let's say this person who escapes isn't Jill, but we still see Jill at the psychiatric hospital. Let's just say that.
Mm-hmm.
And this tape is for Jill, right? God, I can't believe I'm going to even say this, but if Kevin Williamson is going to blend his original concept for Scream 3 and his original concept for Jill in Scream 5, I'm looking at Tatum. And the reason why I'm looking at Tatum is because just like Jill, just in a little bit of a slightly different way, she wants to be just like her mother. She does. She wants to be a fighter, as she was quoted in saying, okay, or whatever. So what if, because we know we're going to get some moments in here, because even we hear in the trailer, she doesn't know much about Sydney's past, at least from what Sydney tells her.
Right.
So what if she wants to know more about her mother that she's not going to get, from her mother? What if she seeks this out from Jill, from knowing about Jill from the past, knowing she knows about her mother's past, but Sydney may not know to the extent how much she really knows and stuff. Now, what really, really got my attention in regards to this theory is this particular moment here from the new featurette that we got, where we see Tatum put on Sydney's old jacket from Scream 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
And where does she say she gets that jacket from, Pam? Do you remember?
The attic.
Oh, yeah. The attic where fucking Ghostface is supposed to be camping out at, right? So then, later on in that featurette, we see her father, Mark. No, this ain't the one. Let me get this one here. bam, we see Mark going into the house.
Mm-hmm.
And we know eventually he gets attacked. We know that Sydney shortly arrives after this scene to the house. So this
Mm-hmm.
to me is going to be all the final act.
Okay.
And then what do we see when Sydney, I'm assuming Sydney makes her arrival to Tatum.
Right.
She's bound to a chair and all that. You know who else was bound to a chair?
Stephen Orth.
You know who else was bound to a chair, Pam?
Ooh, Charlie Walker.
Here we go, Pam. You're picking up what I'm putting down. Let's go. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, my whole idea for this thing, right, is that much like Jill, if Kevin Williamson wants to blend Scream 3's original concept and Scream 5's original concept,
Right.
Tatum is going to be the new Jill, in my opinion. And the reason why is because it's not just because she wants to quote unquote fame that
Mhm.
Sydney, her mother, had. It's to basically become her mother and to be revered as a badass final girl, as a badass fighter. That's her whole mode. She literally wants to just basically become what her mom already has been or whatnot.
Mhm.
That would be, in my opinion, her whole motive. Now, what also interests me, and I've talked about this plenty of times over the last couple of weeks, this shot right here of supposedly Tatum to the right, that's not her, Pamela.
Okay.
That's not her. The necklaces are different and everything. And I even got the shot to the left. I got an even clearer shot that I haven't taken yet, but I got the trailer saved or whatever, where she turns fully or whatnot to where you can see all of her necklaces. That she doesn't have that necklace at any point from what I've seen where we see the actual Tatum, the one to the left. This necklace right here on the top that looks like a little dark pendant, she doesn't have that in any other shots. Now, some people was like, oh, this is an AI image that was posted online. But this was actually put in one of these Scream 7 TV spot trailers where you see this version of Tatum on the right moving. She's moving in that. So it's not just an AI image. This is actual character that's in one of the trailers. So my idea is this, is what if this person on the right that is supposed to be Tatum, what if in the aftermath of Pine Grove's events, basically she's the star now, right? Let's say Sydney, because the original concept for Scream 5 with Sydney was she was supposed to somewhat have amnesia of what happened in the events of Scream 4 with Jill's reveal, which would basically play into why she didn't rat Jill out. That was the whole plan from Kevin Williamson himself. He was going to give Sydney amnesia from that night or whatever. So what if, unlike Jill, Tatum does get the stardom and she does get the fame that Jill got. And basically, this person on the right that's supposed to be Tatum is a part of a new Stab movie.
Interesting.
It's the reboot basically taking place in Pine Grove.
Right.
Now, do I believe this is going to end up happening? No, I don't. But there are just some interesting things in regards to things that I've been pointing out with this character, especially with this shot here to the right. Like, why would you put that in a TV spot trailer if it's not going to be a part of the movie? Now, you could cut it out, but why is her attire different? That's my main thing. Why is her attire in regards to her necklaces different from any other time that we see in the trailers? And in my opinion, this does not look like the same person. Do you think this is the same person?
So it definitely looks weird. Like, this looks like as if Tatum had some plastic surgery or like botched Botox or something.
Right.
It does look very weird.
So I'm just thinking in the context as if Kevin Williamson wanted to mesh Scream 3's concepts and 5, right? So this is where Stu Mocker comes into play. And this kind of plays into your theory in regards to Stu actually maybe not showing up until possibly Scream 8, because these killers in Scream 7 are using an AI version of him, and that's what draws him out. Remember, in the original concept for Scream 5, there was supposed to be another Ghostface who knows Jill's secret that comes after her.
Yeah.
What if they wanted to do that for Tatum's character in Scream 7? and do that in Scream 8.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it would be interesting to see Kevin Williamson be able to carry out both of his visions that he never got to do
Right.
originally. Definitely that would be cool. Um I don't know. Like that image really does look weird. But it looks like a
Right.
very weird Tatum. Like what do you know which TV spot that's from? Like the weird one?
Um, Shit, I have to go back into my history. I
It's
can
so
find
hard
it.
to keep up. Like there's so
I
many different
actually
ones.
I did a video about it. So what I'll do
Mhm.
is I'll go back into that video because I named what trailer it was a part of. I'll go
Okay.
back into that, pull up the trailer, and I'll send it to you.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, I
Um,
caught that and I'm just like, yo, wait a minute. Her necklaces are completely different. Even the silver
yeah.
medallion on the
Mhm.
bottom, the fake Tatum, as I like to call her, the
Mhm.
medallion is see-through to the point where you can see spots of her shirt. Real Tatum's medallion, you don't see through the shirt. It's basically just like a
Mhm.
silver quarter. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah. I mean, so as far as the necklaces, I would maybe say it's like a continuity issue. Maybe they
Right.
switched up the necklaces or something, had to reshoot the scene, but like what's up with her face? Why does she look like that?
Right. That's what initially really caught my attention. I'm like, wait a minute, that don't look like the same girl.
Yeah.
Now, there's another theory I have for that as well. So let's scratch this whole idea of Tatum being involved and becoming the new Jill and stuff. But again, maybe that's how Jill is incorporated. If that tape is true, if that is her name on the tape, maybe Tatum reached out to her. But let's scratch
Mhm.
that or whatever. My idea is if we are seeing an AI version of Tatum in this movie, it's because Ghostface is sending that to Sydney, trying to trick her in regards to where she's at, like
Yeah.
playing where like she's here, she's here, which would explain why we see Sydney going to the coffee shop, going to this place, checking this place. Like she's trying to check
Yeah.
all around Pine Grove and stuff, which I actually would kind of like that idea a little bit better because I do feel like Tatum is going to be positioned to eventually take over and stuff. So, but with Scream 4, this is the 15-year anniversary. And
Mhm.
Stu Mocker being back, and we know what he wanted to do with that character in Scream 3. I just have this feeling to a degree that we could see both of those original concepts blended. If that were to happen, it wouldn't surprise me because Kevin has always wanted to do his style of a Scream movie. And
Mhm.
what better time than to do? You're not going to be able to do it in the next 5 years.
Right.
You're not going to be able to do it in the next 10 years. Everybody's getting older. So
Mhm.
if you were going to do it, you got to do it now and
I
stuff. But
yeah, I agree.
I don't think that Tatum subsequently is going to turn into the new Jill. But if she were to, how the fuck would you feel about that? Like,
So, I'm kind of torn on how I would feel about it.
right,
I think I feel like they wouldn't do it. It feels a little too dark to me for them to have Sydney's daughter. Like, it was one thing for Jill to be her cousin to be the killer, which was a huge betrayal. That was already pretty dark. So to have her
right,
go through it again, but this time with her firstborn daughter, that seems like really cruel. And I think a lot of fans would hate it. Um, so I do agree in that sense, but also at the same time, I think I wouldn't really be expecting it. So I would be surprised. It would be a crazy twist.
right,
Um, I guess it really just depends on how they execute it, on how I would actually feel about it after seeing it. Um, but if anything, I think I would rather see Stu at least try to recruit her into the cult, try to convince her, your mom ruined your life is this
right,
way because of her, come join me, and maybe see Tatum struggle with that choice a little bit, but ultimately not give in. I think I would prefer something like that more than
right,
to see her actually be a full-blown ghost face.
right. No, I actually like that idea better too because I feel like if you do go with the Jill route, it's not going to have the impact because we've already seen it. Like it's going to have
Right.
impact because it's Sydney's daughter, but
Yeah.
then there's going to be, oh my God, it's another family member again,
Exactly,
and all that
exactly, like,
stuff.
we've had
So
a repeat of the boyfriend, a repeat of the
right,
parent, so now it's like, "Oh, we're having a repeat of the cousin thing, the Jill thing." I think a lot of people wouldn't like that.
right, I agree. It's just interesting, especially in regards to how some of these scenes play out. And granted, we know they're going to homage certain scenes and certain things, but we have to pay attention to those things because we've seen characters in the past do those particular scenes, just like with her being bound to a chair and then be revealed as Ghostface, and
Mhm.
stuff. And we know that her and Sydney's relationship isn't quote unquote the greatest and
Right.
stuff like that. So basically, we have to explore every option when it
Mhm.
comes to this movie and in regards to who
Yes.
our suspects are and who the killers are going to be.
Mhm.
Why did this thing jump on me? Okay, there we
Um,
go.
but something that I noticed in that first full-length trailer we got back on October 30th, the first
Mhm,
ever trailer we got, when Tatum is on her bed in her room, she has a poster on her bedroom wall that says the word villain.
mhm.
So is that a clue? Is it just to throw us off? I don't know.
I just would not be surprised. I wouldn't. I'll also put it this way too. In regards to, I mean, he did say this is a family drama. What was Scream 6?
What
It was a
what
family drama, basically. It
yes.
was about family. It was about the
Yeah.
Bailey family trying to kill Samantha because they killed Richie. And also the dynamic between Tara and Samantha and their whole family issues and Samantha not trying to let her go. Like, if that's his favorite Scream movie, and I'm not trying to knock on Kevin for it, we all have our own version of Scream that we like the most and stuff.
Mhm.
But if that is his favorite Scream movie, I am a little bit concerned because there was just too many plot holes and the killers were too predictable. Now,
Yeah.
if you're going to make the killers predictable in this movie, all I ask is that they are tenacious, which is why I want Stu to come back. But whoever his accomplices are, even if you do bring him back, you have to have these killers not be goofy. You have these killers be more like Quinn. Follow that blueprint.
Yeah.
Don't have them be an Ethan or a
Yeah.
Wayne or nothing like
Boot
that.
in.
Yeah, because I'm getting tired of this goofy shit, and that's what
Yeah.
worries me about him liking Scream 6 so much
I
is the
mean,
shit.
maybe he only said that 6 is his favorite because he didn't wanna pick one that, like, he worked on or any of the original ones and seem
That's a good
like,
point.
you know, maybe he only wanted to pick one of the newer ones, so it was between 5 and 6. I don't know.
That's a good point because
Yeah.
it would be very easy for him to pick the first one or,
Right.
all the other ones that he wrote. So, I can understand that. Yeah, I can see that, but I just hope he doesn't like it too much to wanna adopt so much of that movie into this one.
Yeah.
Destin saying, "I wanna see For West at the end again." Yeah, I think that would be really cool. What do you think, Pam?
They have to. They have to do it.
I
I
agree.
hope so.
Gina's saying, "I've stopped watching the TV spots as I'm getting sick and really not looking forward to this now. I miss the 80s trailers." Yeah, that is one good thing. I mean, for us content creators, I guess it really isn't. But
Yeah.
But the old school type of trailers were the best because you got some really cool features, but you didn't get to see anything and stuff. Like, it was just literally like a hyping up to the movie. That's all they used to be. And then just over the course of, many years now, it's, let's put a lot of the main course of the movie into the trailers and
Yeah.
stuff. So I can understand why that would, turn you off to the movie and stuff and not really get you too excited.
Mhm. I do think they're getting a little crazy with it. Like, they are releasing so many different TV spots. They should have just done 1 or 2 TV spots after the full-length trailer and stopped there. And then I really am enjoying these featurettes with just, like, the behind the scenes stuff.
Mhm.
But I mean, at this point, we're, like, a week away. Should they drop another one? Probably not. I don't think they should, to be honest.
No, I think we should be wrapped up.
Yeah.
You got a week left to go to the movies out. What more do you
Mhm.
need to drop?
Yeah.
Like, we didn't like. Hopefully, we don't get anything like we did the last time in regards to what 2 days before the movie released, somebody exposed the killers.
Oh my god,
So,
that's my worst fear. I can't have it happen again. I can't.
right, exactly. XYZ saying so. There's at least two killers, right? Since they showed that clip of Tatum with two ghost faces. Um, I think I want to say that's legit, but I also heard people saying that it wasn't legit because there was a bunch of fucking clips going out on YouTube that were like,
Mhm.
oh, McKenna Grace's attack scene in Scream 7 or whatever that was like AI generated and wasn't even true and stuff like that. So I don't know how accurate that is. What about you, Pam? You know anything about that?
I don't know if I know what they're referring to. A clip of Tatum with two ghost faces. I don't
So when
think I
Tatum
saw
knocks
that.
down the Ghostface in a coffee shop, or I guess shoots
Uh-huh.
them, she's
Yeah.
going to like leave out the door, and another
Uh-huh.
Ghostface walks in and cuts her off.
And is that in a legit TV spot or something that was leaked?
I want to say at first, when I first heard about this, I first heard about it and they said that it was basically fake. But then I
Yeah.
heard that a TV spot did reveal it. So I don't
I
know. There was so much shit to come out that I
yeah,
haven't been able to catch any like everything.
right. I feel like if it wasn't a legit TV spot, I probably would have noticed that and talked about it in a breakdown video,
Right.
or a lot of people would have been telling me it in my comment section. I'm not sure I'm aware of this. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm aware of it. I just don't know how legit it is. I
Yeah.
mean, if you want to go dumpster diving real quick, I can try to pull it up and find it. Like, fuck it. Like shit.
Up to
Um,
you.
all right, we'll give it a gander. Why not?
Or maybe
All
someone
right,
has a
let's.
link they can drop in the chat.
Yeah, any of my mods, do me a solid. If you guys can, like just type into YouTube like Tatum Scream 7 2 Ghost Faces, it should pop up and drop the link in the chat so I can just basically convert it and then pull the file up here. I'd be greatly appreciative of it. Um, we do, I believe, have a couple more super chat or another super chat in the house. Thank you so much, Sean McClure, for your $4.99 super chat. Greatly appreciate it. Saying showing love to this channel and to Sister Pam. Yeah, absolutely, man. Thank you so much. We both
Thanks,
appreciate it.
Sean.
Sean's cool as fuck. He is. All right, let's go here. Jones. Hope I'm saying this right. Jones Glalafini, 7813. God, I hope I did not butcher that. Please forgive me if I did. But Kirby is not in the movie. Question mark. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think Kirby Reed is going to be in this movie. I mean, unless we get like a surprise post-credit scene where, maybe she gets a call or maybe she shows up to Pine Grove, maybe, but we haven't heard anything in regards to her being involved with this project.
Yeah. Sucks.
Yeah, it's bullshit. I don't understand. It makes really no sense though, especially like how is Chad, Mindy, and Gail showing up and not the FBI agent?
I don't know.
What
Who
was her whole purpose to come to New York if
Yeah,
she's not going to go here?
exactly. She says, "I take a special interest in Ghostface attacks." So, where you at? Like, we need you now. I mean, maybe she will. Like, maybe they are. I'm hoping that with everything that they've chosen to announce, like returning cast members like Matthew Lillard, Scott Foley, David Arquette, hopefully they still have some surprises, you know? Like, hopefully we could still see Skeet. They didn't
Right.
announce him, but I'm holding out hope. Like, so maybe we will see Kirby. Who knows?
What do you think about Mrs. Loomis?
Um, I mean, I think it would only be AI. Obviously, she was
Yeah.
shot in the head. But like versus a flashback or something, yeah, I I don't think they'll do it, but you never know. I mean, if this killer or these new killers are using AI, why not use every single past ghost face?
That's why I said the other night about Jack Quaid being involved. I mean, the man
Right? Oh my
literally.
god. Remember that
Yep.
interview clip? I totally
Yep.
forgot about that.
Yep.
That
I talked about it the other night. I'm like, because I think it was me, Destin, Eric, and Kyle and Dom doing a tier list on Destin's channel, and it was like Ghostface, Survivor, all of that good stuff. And I think it was like even past and returning characters he had. And I'm like, well, Richie Kirsch, I think, could come back as AI because that
Mhm.
played in the summer when he was doing his
Yeah.
Novocaine premiere. They asked him about the returning character, what a dead returning characters in Scream 7, and asked if he was going to be in it. My man looked like he was really like, yeah, so I can't talk about that. Like,
Yeah.
he was really like not trying to
Yes.
say anything. So
I totally forgot about that. I think that is very important, and I have chills thinking about it because if we can see every past killer, oh my god, I'll die. I will love that.
right. And me and Eric actually talked about it. We kind of got into a mini debate about it because he didn't feel that Richie would really be needed because he really wasn't so important to Sydney. And I'm like, yeah, but he
Right.
kind of is because of his plan to frame Samantha for the murders, he needed Sydney to show up in Woodsboro, which is why
Yes.
they killed Dewey, even though we don't believe they killed Dewey. Really, that's a
Right.
conversation for another time. But basically, that's why they took credit for everything and all that stuff or whatnot. So Richie does have a even more of a connection to Sydney than what some people give credit for because
Yeah.
he killed her best friend,
Right.
and then lured her back to her hometown
Yes.
to try to. I mean, you got to think he was going to try to kill her too, right? Like,
Right. Yeah.
so,
And
like,
I mean, he has a connection to the twins who are in this new movie.
very good point.
He has a connection to Gail as well for the same reasons, like being involved in Dewey's death.
Yep,
And I mean, his killings are what jump started this whole new set of killings and stuff, like it
very good point.
started the franchise over again. So yeah, he's pretty important.
Fucking Richie, sweetie, you're not the hero. You're the villain.
I was just watching that last night.
I'll fucks with Richie. He's grown on me. I'm not even
Yeah,
gonna lie. I
same.
think he's fairly decent. He's not as bad as I originally thought.
Same. Yes.
Oh, Shannon, come on, don't toy with my heart like this. She's saying the tape is for Charlie Walker. Just kidding. Yeah, Shannon, if it was for Charlie, we would definitely see more than 3 little scribbly letters there. I think what Charlie's like 7 letters in his name. So, yeah, that ship done sailed, unfortunately. I mean,
Yeah.
hey, at least they're still sticking true to homaging the guy. I mean, we see Asa German put his bloody right hand on the glass like Charlie, and then we see Tatum bound like Charlie too.
Yeah.
I mean, don't know if she's going to take a page out of Charles's playbook or not, but hey, at least my boy is still getting some love. Can't fucking wait to meet him next week neither.
I know.
It's going to
Same.
be such a fucking fun time. It's going to be a great weekend. It really is.
I
It's going
know.
to be
I'm
a
so excited.
That sounded scary, saying that is not 2 ghost faces with Tatum tied up. If you look on the ground, it looks like there's a dead body there from another ghost face behind, not another ghost face behind the plastic. Okay. So I think I have this shot. Yes, I still have it, but I don't
It's
think I can blow it up.
it's
If you
hard
look
for me to tell because it's so dark.
now, this is what I'm looking at here. I don't have I'm going to say, I don't have the tool to blow it up. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this comment down. All right. So right there, you can see tassels. Can you see where I have the scroller? Look at the very bottom of that plastic where that light is. That's
Right.
tassels. That is tassels right there.
So you're saying it's a ghost face standing behind there.
That's what I believe. Especially if
Okay.
we believe there's going to be 2 Ghostface reveals. Where's the other one coming from?
I mean, there's no way it's only going to be just one ghost face.
Yes. Right.
So
That's what I'm saying. And that's the thing I noticed the most is that looks like a big old black shadow. And on the bottom, you can see the tassels, what would look like it's from the robe.
mhm.
So, I mean, hey, everybody has their own interpretation of that. I think that's somebody, I think that's another ghost face behind that plastic. And this is going to be the reveal.
Mhm.
All right.
So, well, it's interesting though because we think this is in the attic, correct?
I have no idea, honestly, because look behind Ghostface. It looks like
Oh,
there's
there's
some
windows, right?
like it looks like it. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I don't
I
know,
I
Pam.
do think they're probably getting more multiple rooms in their home renovated, because we do see
Yes.
the plastic in Sydney and Mark's bedroom.
Yep.
And I do think like at least one of the reveals is taking place in the kitchen, you know, because of that scene
Wh-
with Sydney looking shocked, and we hear Stu's voice
I
saying,
believe that's when the TV cuts on, Pam.
right, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's when the TV. I think all that is intertwined with this.
Yeah,
I
you
think
that's what I think.
all that is intertwined with this, and this is basically when we see Sydney bust in the house, when we see Mark come into the house, then we see him
Mhm.
get taken out, then we see Sydney follow suit behind him, then we see the TV cut on. I think also Stu is going to say it's showtime, bitch, when he's on the TV,
Mhm.
because that's his verbal way of telling her now it's time to be revealed.
Yeah.
That's what I think. So it's interesting for sure. But my opinion in regards to what's behind that plastic, if that is plastic, because there has been some moments in these TV spot trailers where they have spliced certain things together where it looks kind of out of place.
Mhm.
So this could be one of those scenes, but I don't think so. I think it makes sense that this is a sheet of plastic, and there's another Ghostface behind that plastic about to make their entrance into this room.
Yeah. So the scene that we keep seeing in all of the trailers with Mark getting attacked with the plastic, you think that's in the final act? You think he makes it all the way to the final act?
I do. I do. I
Okay.
think, and that makes me so happy because I did not want this dude to come in here, say a couple jokes, and then get killed off like 15 to 45 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
No, let us get some character development from this character in ways that we didn't get that with Ray's character in Halloween 2018. That's my biggest fear for Joel McHale's character, Mark
Yeah.
Evans, in this movie, is that he was going to get treated like Toby Huss's character was in Halloween 2018. And I liked Ray's character in that movie. And I wanted to see a little bit more of him because he was funny. He was
Yeah.
enjoyable. And they just gave him an unceremonious death. It was just like
Yeah.
he goes outside, hey, you're in there? Opens the door, and then Michael creeps up behind him and takes him out. It's just like, damn, man, my boy couldn't get a better kill than that.
Yeah.
Like, so I
Um,
do think we're going to definitely get more of Mark Evans than we initially.
mhm. Do you think he will die though in the final act? Do you think they'll kill him?
It's tough to tell, Pam.
Yeah.
There's a shot in one of these TV spots trailers where it looks like he gets stabbed in the neck because of the blood
Yes.
spatter.
Yeah. It looks like he died. Like to me, it looks like, and you see the blood
Yeah,
spattering. Like obviously, he, from what we know from 5 and 6, he could survive a crazy
right.
injury. But I don't know. I feel like the movie has to have high
He has to have,
stakes.
yes.
We need some big deaths, and I don't think they're gonna kill Gale in this movie. Sydney's definitely not gonna die. I don't think Tatum's gonna die. So it's like, other than the twins, I think Mark would be like the biggest death. So it might need to happen. I don't know.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, we do need to have some high stakes deaths in this movie. I mean, all these characters, but Chad, Mindy, Gail, Sydney herself, everybody else, if I'm not mistaken, outside of obviously Stu and the others returning that, were in previous movies, all these characters are new.
Right.
So unless you do some MacGyver shit and you really make us care about these characters a
Right.
lot, like within the first
Yes.
movie, their deaths
Exactly.
ain't gonna be, it's gonna be pointless with them.
Right.
So I'm assuming XYZ is saying that the tape sequence is fan made, and so is Dude. See, exactly. See, I'm glad we cleared that up. Good, thank you. You know what I mean? But again, that doesn't mean that something like that won't show up in Scream 7 if they're going to take some pages out of Scream 3. That's why I said, you know what? We're going to clarify whether it's fake or whether it's real. But in the meantime, we can still have a theory about this because we know there's going to be so many homages and Easter eggs in this movie that seeing somebody put a tape in a VCR, whether it's for Sydney, Stu, or wild enough Jill, that could very well happen.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so I know I'm like super behind in the chat, so I am going to scroll up. Yo, what's up, Talk Sick? saying Anna, her son Lucas, and Hannah watch. Oh man, you kind of fucked me up with the whole Anna and Hannah. I'm just like, wait, did I get tongue tied? Um, yeah, I mean maybe. And we're actually going to talk about Anna Camp's character next, in which she posted. But what do you
Oh,
feel about
yes.
this? What do you feel about this, Pam? Do you think Anna Camp, Asa German, and McKenna Grace are going to be the killers that's revealed in this movie?
Well, Hannah, I think, is gonna die.
Yeah,
Whether she's the fairy princess hanging from that sick shot we've seen, whether that's her or
yes,
not, I think she's gonna die. Um, Anna Camp, I do think she's gonna be a killer. I'm hoping that it's she's secretly Leslie Mocker, but even if she's not, I do still see her as one of the killers. Um, oh my goodness.
my bad.
Would it's okay. Would her son also be one of the killers? I don't know, because it's like we just did that in 6, with Bailey and his kids.
Right.
So would they do a parent-child duo again? I don't know. It doesn't seem that likely to me, to be honest.
Well, we do see this upgraded shot, and I want to credit Eric for sending this to me last night or whatnot. Let me pull this bad boy up here. Now, you look right there next to Ghostface on the ground. That's Asa
Mhm.
German's character because he has the flannel on.
Mhm.
So it looks like this is after he gets drug away and he could be dead. I mean, could it be a fake out? Could he
Yeah.
just be wounded? Sure.
Yeah.
I personally think if Jessica is his mother and
Mhm.
he dies, either she's just an evil, twisted human being or he wasn't really her son.
Yeah. So the only way I see them um the only way I see them both being killers, Jessica and Lucas, is if
Mhm.
she's Leslie Mocker. If they're both
I agree.
related to Stu, then they're like in his cult or whatever. If they're not related to him, then I don't know if they would do the parent child
Right.
duo.
Yeah, we did just get that in Scream 6. And Eric did share this theory with me out there in regards to what somebody thinks in regards to Anna Camp's character being the killer, that she's actually not going to be Leslie Mocker, but she's going to be someone who's like obsessed with Sydney. And I do think what you see in this shot I'm about to pull up kind of plays into that. But that the reason why she kills her own son is because I guess his father was like abusive to him. I mean, to her. So she sees that in her son, and that's why she kills him.
Okay.
I mean,
Interesting.
Asa's character is labeled. When I first did a character, deep dive into his character and what they're saying about him, he was labeled as the creepy hot next door neighbor.
Right. I
That's what he was
remember.
labeled
Yes.
as. So, I mean, maybe kid does got some issues, that he hasn't got worked out, but I personally wouldn't like that theory. I wouldn't like, the whole, oh, she's going to kill her own son because, he has a little bit of his father in him. And, because that to me, what does that have to do with fucking Sydney? And stuff like that. Like, so I don't know. But
Yeah.
let's pull up this image here. Now, it's not blown up or anything, so you might not be able to fully like see the context in it, but I can read it.
Okay.
So we see Anna Camp, with the little hearts. It's like Valentine's Day and stuff.
Mhm.
Living next door, best friends by design. If trouble comes knocking, it's Sydney and I. And she has an Out of Darkness book in her hand.
Interesting.
So that's why I do think the theory in regards to her not actually being Leslie Mocker, but somebody who is obsessed with Sydney, I think that's very possible. But this is my idea for her still working with Stu. What if she's part of Stu Mocker's cult, but she's
Mhm.
not a fanatic of Ghostface? She's a fanatic of Sydney. So Stu uses her to get close to Sydney, to build a relationship with Sydney, get in on the ins and outs, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
basically she's there as a part of the cult for Stu, because she, in return, she gets to get closer to the woman that I guess she kind of idolizes. I mean, she reads her book, so there has to be something there in regards to that. Why share this post?
Yeah.
Especially on Valentine's Day. That kind of seems like an obsessive, creepy fan.
Yeah. So this is a fan-made thing that she reposted?
Oh, she posted this.
I know she posted it, but is it like from like a fan made it and she just liked it and posted it?
I don't think so. It has hellosydney.com on the bottom of it.
Okay, interesting.
And she posted it on Instagram.
What does it say again? I can't. It's
living
too small
next
for me.
door.
Mm-hmm.
Living next door. Best friends by design. See, that's the one. That's the ticker right there.
Yeah.
If trouble comes knocking, it's Sydney and I.
Very interesting.
Yeah. The whole hook. Living next door. Best friends by design.
Right.
Like, this was planned. This was like, what do you make of that, Sam?
Yeah, that makes me think that she is one of the killers and
right.
purposely befriended her to get in with her,
right,
and know her life and know her schedule and stuff like that.
I agree.
Yeah, that's interesting. I
think
didn't see that.
Giveaway, especially if everybody said she deleted it.
Well, I saw Eric in the chat say that she technically didn't delete it. It just expired. Like the story expired.
Okay. Gotcha.
So I don't know that, but also it's like, it obviously makes me think she's one of the killers, but if she was, would she really post that? So now it's making me think she's not one of the killers.
See, this reverberates back to what I said the other night on the stream. I think everything's done intentionally. I think they are intentionally telling us what's going to happen in this movie. I don't think they're hiding anything from us. I don't. I know a lot of people want to see a murder mystery in this movie. I honestly don't think we're going to get that. I think we are going to know very clearly who is involved, just like I know what you did last summer. Just like I know what you did last summer. You knew it was Stevie and Ray the first few fucking minutes after the whole crash incident. You just knew it. Like, I don't know if you did, Pam, but I did. Like, especially with Stevie. I genuinely think they could go in that type of direction in regards to not making it so unpredictable who the killers are. I think they are going to go the predictable route. I do. Could I end up being wrong? Absolutely. We got a week to find out whether I'm right or wrong about that. But just something tells me that a lot of what we are seeing in the trailers and all that stuff, minus a few scenes that probably will get cut, most of everything that we have seen so far, we are going to actually see play out in the movie.
Yeah. Very, very interesting. I can't believe there's a week left, man.
I know. Tell me about it.
I'm so excited. Oh my God.
It is crazy. And then think about this too. I mean, they're already talking about Scream 7 smashing the original predicted opening week. Like, the prediction originally was 30 million. They're talking about they're going to rake in 55 to 60 million the first week.
That's insane.
So my point is if that happens, you already know Scream 8 is going to get announced. Like, maybe.
It absolutely is going to happen. Like,
once them numbers come in, they're just going to be like, yep, book that. Production weekly, post this shit. Let's go. And I genuinely believe, and I'm hoping for it, because I feel like it would make a lot of sense, especially if Scream 7 story is going to bleed into Scream 8. We get 2 Scream movies this year. And to commemorate 30 years of Scream the right way, 2 days before the 30th anniversary, on December 18th, 2026, Scream 8 releases. Let's
oh my
God.
Go.
Let's go.
You really think they could do it in the same year? 2 in the same year?
And Kevin Williamson, I trust.
Oh,
I do.
Man.
Kevin Williamson, I trust. Maybe I'm putting too much trust into him. Hey, for all we know right now, Pam, we could go watch this movie and find out our boy Kevin is fucking washed. I don't think that's going to happen, but it's very, very possible. But I do think if Scream 7 is as successful as they're predicting it's going to be, within about 2-3 weeks after Scream 7 has released, we're going to get the announcement that Scream 8 is in production. Because think about it. If they already know what they want to do, and if they're going to basically build this story in Scream 7 to be a part of Scream 8 and just expand it, they don't need a full year to shoot a movie.
Yeah, I mean, for all we know, maybe they shot some stuff for the next movie, you know?
Yes, great point.
Which they do, like on TV shows, they sometimes film scenes for future episodes. So maybe they did something like that. And then I know months and months ago, apparently on Production Weekly, Scream 8 was already on there, and Kevin was listed as the director. And apparently filming is supposed to start in March of this year. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that since that Production Weekly.
He just confirmed at a panel he's directing Scream 8. So it's happening.
Right. Yes. Oh my God.
It's going to be interesting to see exactly how the story builds throughout Scream 7 and then how they're going to expand it in Scream 8 and just I think Scream 7 and Scream 8, this is going to be the end of Sydney. I'm not saying she's going to die. I think it's going to be the end of her story.
I absolutely, I can see that totally being the case.
Hell yeah. J-Rod, 8574, what's going on, man? Saying Leslie Mocker has the most motive to be crazy and vengeful in Scream 7. Plus, she's related to Stu. That's good enough. I tend to slightly disagree, J-Rod. And the only reason why I slightly disagree, why I'm really not 100% on board with Leslie being the killer unless she's with Stu, is because if she really was that vengeful and she really was that crazy, why didn't she show up with Mrs. Loomis in Scream 2? That would have been the time to do it. That would have been the time for her character, would have been made the most sense then. 30 years later,
I mean,
if it's not with Stu, it's not. I'm not saying I can't buy it. I'm just saying, like, I just for me, it would have been better fit if she would have been working with Mrs. Loomis, because then it's easy. You know, Billy's mom, Stu's sister.
Yeah.
Like, you're not getting her with a whole bunch of these other killers that may mean nothing. You know, like, not saying they won't mean anything, but that, like, there's no impact in regards to who Sydney is and her character, so on and so forth. If you would have revealed Leslie in Scream 2 with Mrs. Loomis, that would have had a tremendous amount of impact, because these are the family members of the previous killers that you killed. So, what do you feel?
So I agree. I don't want it to be her unless it's with Stu. Otherwise, I just don't really care. But maybe J-Rod is referring to motive because of Vince's death.
I agree. And see, that's another thing I have an issue with, though, is even if she is vengeful because of Vince's death, you should have came after Samantha then. That was part of Samantha's story.
Yeah.
You know, that had nothing to do with Sydney. So, and also, I mean, who's to say, was Vince really her son? We just know Amber said that it was. We don't know if that's true or not.
I guess that's a good point.
I mean, Amber could have literally easily just said that to throw the group off, because her seat was hot because the clone calls kept coming from her phone. Yeah. So her seat was hot and she needed a way to kind of cool that seat off a little bit. Oh yeah. Guys. So, you know, he's not just anybody. He's on.
That's true. Like, why did no one else know that? And why was Amber like, I just Googled him. His mom was Leslie Mocker, Stu Mocker's sister. Like, why did no one else already have that knowledge?
Right.
I don't know.
Exactly. Dewey's right there in the room.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, there's a reason why they deleted Dewey's interaction with Vince.
Yes.
Because then that would have directly put Dewey in knowledge of Stu's family still being present in Woodsboro.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, again, if it's Leslie, with Stu, awesome. I'm cool with that. I like that a lot. I'm not against it at all. But if it's just her and a bunch of other cronies rolling around and they're just like, yeah, we're doing it for Stu and we're doing it for Leslie. It's like, no, fuck off.
Yeah.
Go somewhere. Like, we don't want that. But thank you for your comment, though, J Rod. Always a pleasure having you here. Dude saying, great shot of Ghosty. Yeah, that was a nice shot of Ghosty in that little fan art with Anna Camp's character, Jessica, for sure. I'm just really fascinated. I'm really now fascinated to see just how much of a fan of Sydney she is because of that book. Like,
Yeah.
it's getting
Oh
real.
my God. I'm so excited. I cannot believe we're going to know the truth soon. Like, that doesn't even feel real because we've been talking about it and speculating for the past 3 years since 6 came out. And now it's just real. It's actually happening.
Can you believe that? Already it's been 3 fucking years since
That's
that
insane.
movie came out.
That makes me feel so old because it's like that feels like
You.
it just came out. Like,
Right. Trust me. Talk about feeling old. Trust me. I feel you in that regard. Fuck. The older you get, time just speeds.
Yeah, it really does. Yep.
My niece just got her first job, and she's going to be 17 next month.
Oh
And I
man.
just she called me and she said, Uncle, I got my first job and stuff. And I'm just like, somebody got a click remote so I can make you 8, 9 again. Like, let's take this shit back a little bit, man.
Yeah.
The older you get, that means the older I'm getting. And I don't like
know.
it.
I know.
Like,
It's weird to see young kids aging because I don't feel like I'm like I feel like I'm still 21 years old. So when I see young kids getting older, I'm like, oh man, that means I'm getting older too.
right. It's crazy because when I was posting pictures from Kentucky or whatnot, some friends from back home or whatever that I haven't talked to in a while, like talk to every once in a while, I posted pictures or whatever, and they're like, Jesus, dude, like you don't age. Like, how is this like you look like you did when you were 18? And I'm just like, trust me, I've aged. Trust and believe I've aged. Don't let the fucking image fool you. I have aged considerably. Like, fuck, trust me. I feel this shit every day. Father Time catches up to motherfuckers. XYZ saying not really. I mean, Leslie would be insane to go after Sydney. Her brother chose to kill Sid's friends and ruin her life for no reason. Very good point. And Vince died because of Amber and Richie, not Sydney. Yeah, facts. I agree with that. Stabby 97, what's going on? Saying, Marcus, do you see the cult being in the movie? If so, do you think the Stab fandom could have gone awry, turning into the cult? Ooh, interesting question. Pam, let's start with you. What do you think about this?
I absolutely think the cult will be in the movie. I think that's where it's been headed this whole time. Scream 5 and Scream 6 are full of cult clues. I feel like especially Scream 5 though, like the conversations with Richie and Amber meeting on the subreddit, the Stab subreddit, they had similar ideas. I think that's where Stu is recruiting young adults and it's a Stab subreddit. So yes, I think it's the Stab fandom who got a little crazy. And when you have the original killer approach you for a chance to be part of this legacy, it's gonna morph into the cult. And yeah, I think the cult's gonna be in 7. I mean, do you remember like 2 years ago when or shortly after they announced when they confirmed Scream 7 was happening? This was before Melissa was fired though, but they confirmed the movie was happening. There were rumors that a cult was going to be the storyline for 7.
I remember that, but there was also other things coming out in regards. They were saying that basically it wasn't supposed to be a cult. It was just supposed to be Leslie and Christina. I heard about that too. That they were supposed to be the killers in Scream 7. I heard about the whole cult angle. There was a few things that was being thrown out there, but one that really like sticks out to me because I fucking hated it was the whole, oh yeah, Leslie Mocker and Christina Carpenter were slated to be the killers in the original plans for Scream 7.
Right, which I heard too, but I actually when I heard that, I was like, I think they would be working with Stu though, and that would actually be my
Okay.
dream scenario to
Right.
have, because I wanted Christina to be working with Stu, and then to have his sister who was mentioned in Scream 5. I think that trio would have been perfect. But yeah, I don't remember at what point there were those rumors about the cult, but within those rumors there was no mention of Stu. But I'm like, duh, if we're gonna have a Ghostface cult, it's gonna be led by Stu.
Right.
So
I agree with that. Yeah. If they're going to do the Ghostface cult angle and they don't have Stu being the leader, like,
yeah, then it's like, what's the point? Especially when we know Matthew's coming back. We know it's the anniversary.
right.
Yeah, like no way. I'll be so pissed if it's like, it's a cult that just worships the idea of Stu. Like, no, we need the real Stu to be leading the cult.
Right. I agree. Even though I agree with that, the only other option that I can see anybody like out of these characters running the cult and people would hate it and some people would love it depending on how they execute it would be Gail. Just because of the history. Just because of the history and also because we know these killers in this movie are using AI technology. She has knowledge in regards to television and how to edit things and how to alter things and stuff. And she also knows how to work her charm to get people to do what she wants them to do and to come joining her on these little escapades. Like, look, Chad and Mindy is with her. Oh, and also, did you see the Kalshi odds promotion for Scream 7 in regards to like the
Yes.
did you
Yes,
see
I did.
Chad? Did you notice Chad in that shot?
I don't know. What are you referring
It's
to?
confirmed he's the cameraman. He's Gail's cameraman. Because in that
Oh.
whole Kalshi promotion, Mindy's like leaning over him, looking into something, and then she like looks up and like starts like doing that. But Chad looks up and you can see a camera right there with him.
Oh wow. Yeah, I
So
didn't
Chad
notice
is the
that.
cameraman now.
Interesting.
I just want to know how the fuck are they going to explain how the Core 4 broke up? That's just I'm so interested to see how they do that.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be, they didn't want to dwell on the past. They wanted to move on with their lives, and I don't know. I don't know.
A lot of people think the sisters are in witness protection. What do you think about that?
That could definitely be possible.
Yeah, because the thing about that is that Chad and Mindy don't have to go if they don't choose to. The other two
Right.
can. That would be a viable explanation as to why they're not in this movie. And it leaves
Yes.
the door open, like Guy Busick said. He has stated that if he's going to continue having the privilege writing these movies or being a part of the writing team, he would like to revisit those characters. So it's definitely on the table. I'm really fascinated to see what they're going to do with that. But we have a $5 super chat coming in from Talking Star Wars. Shannon, you are the shit. Thank you so much. Saying, what if whoever Ghostface is in 7 takes the mask Sam dropped in New York? Oh, wow. That's interesting. Pam, what do you think about that? I need a second to process.
I mean, could be possible, like, because it's Billy's mask, right? So I think it would be cool to see it again, especially now that we're returning back to Sydney and, going back, it's the anniversary of like the original. So I think it would be cool to see Billy's mask again. But also, like, I hope we see Stu's mask too,
I agree.
So.
Yeah. Do you really think that was his mask, though, Pam?
What, that like Quinn used or whatever?
I think she's lying.
Well,
For me, I mean, I get it. Things can age differently. I just find it hard to believe that's his mask when it's not that age compared to Mrs. Loomis. Mrs. Loomis's mask was more aged, in my opinion.
well, maybe it's because he used it over the years. Like
Oh, that's a good
like when
point.
you know how, like, isn't it true that sneakers, if you don't wear sneakers, they'll deteriorate? Do you know what I mean? Like people who collect sneakers but don't wear them, if you go to wear them, if they've never been worn and then years later you go to wear them, they'll just fall apart.
Most likely.
So maybe Stu actually used his mask over the years secretly in the sequels, whereas like Mrs. Loomis was just like sitting there collecting dust. I don't know. Just throwing it out there.
It makes sense. It makes sense a little bit. I don't know. I just would like to think that his mask, I mean, maybe if he was using it over the years, but then how did she get it?
Quinn.
Yeah, how did she get it? Because I don't think she
Well,
did it part of the cult.
well, I definitely think Richie was. So maybe after his death, like somehow the family just got into contact with Stu. Like I don't think they were necessarily in the cult. I just think maybe they were in contact with him. And that's why Quinn lied about it because like if Quinn didn't actually attack Gail, then and it was Stu, then why would she lie about it? She lied because she knows it was Stu because they're in contact.
Maybe, I don't know. See, I don't even
Yeah.
think it was Quinn in that scene. So that's why I'm
Well, no,
struggling.
I don't
Yeah,
think so either.
I don't know. Like, I
But
just feel like I can understand like if he's been using the mask over years. I mean, I'm more thinking of it like maybe they didn't even have to have anything to do with Stu to get the mask because just maybe, while building this shrine up, Bailey was able to get it. And maybe that's just how it looks. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like I'll put it this way. Creators should have did a better job of making that mask more aged to line up with Billy's because I feel like his would be just as crusty as Billy's would be. Even if he has been using it over the years,
yeah.
at some time it's going to have some wear and tear,
Mhm.
especially if, let's say, he was committing attacks and murders we didn't know about wearing the mask. I'm sure some people hit him with a frying pan or two and some
Mhm.
phones in the face, like Casey did and stuff like that. So I just wish they would have did a better job representing his mask if that is his mask. Now, what would be cool is if he does show up in Scream 7 or in Scream 8 and he has a more aged mask proving she was lying.
Yeah.
Because and we both know this, that definitely wasn't her in that scene. And
Yeah.
this is something that I hope that Scream 7 does answer, especially in regards to Gail. And I have a feeling we're not going to get it. But Gail, being the investigative journalist that she is, you would think that she would take a look in regards to that number again on her phone in the aftermath and know that this person came from Woodsboro. Like,
Yeah.
we
That's
got
still so crazy to me that it was a Woodsboro number and like no one talks about it besides us. Like what is
right.
going
Like,
on?
Like, come on. Like, that tells you right there. That's why I did that whole 25 fucking 30-minute video breaking
Mhm.
down why I believe the killer in Scream 5 and in Scream 6 who killed Dewey and attacked Gail is the same killer who's going to be revealed in Scream 7, which is Stu Mocker. And
Yeah.
so, like, that scene with Gail with the Woodsboro phone number, nobody can say it's the Baileys because even Radio Silence said they're from the Midwest.
Yes.
So it's like
Yes.
that's something, in my opinion, that has to be tied up in Scream 7, especially with Gail's
Mhm.
character. Like, I want to hear something like, so maybe I didn't tell you this a few years ago, but when I got attacked, the phone number that called me was from Woodsboro. So they have been planning this for quite some time. Maybe you tie that dialogue in with something like that.
Yes. Yes.
You have to tie that in. Like, I swear, if this movie does not tie that in, it's going to be so disappointing. Even if Stu is revealed alive for me, I just want everything, every plot hole, every little nugget, every little nook and cranny. I want that shit covered up because we didn't have these issues before in the first four movies. We didn't have
Yep.
that. We didn't
Yep.
have that at all.
Yep.
Thank you for your super chat, though, Shannon. You're awesome. Great theory, though. I mean, it's not impossible to think. I mean, I know a lot of people in the aftermath of 6, like, talking about it was thinking, like, how cool would it have been when we see her drop the mask and we see her walking away, you just see somebody. You don't see their face. You just see somebody pick it up.
Yeah.
That
That
would
would
have
be
been
cool.
that would
Mhm.
because then it's like, ooh, there's another one. Like, oh shit.
Yep.
Hell yeah. XYZ. Stu's sister. I will say this: if they're gonna say that in Scream 7, at least have a voiceover of Timothy Oliphant saying it. Talk Six says I can definitely see it being three of them. I did think Hannah would die, but I don't know now. Lucas is Anna's son, so that's why I figured he's involved. We did do that in 6, though, but I don't know. I can see them doing fake out. Yeah, so let's talk about that real quick, Pam, before we get on to some Stu Mocker conversation, because I am going to go for like another 40 minutes and like do the 2-hour mark, if you're cool with that.
Yeah.
Whatever and stuff, and then we are going to wrap it up. What do you think about the fake outs? Like, do you think we could see some fake outs in this movie, especially in regards to maybe McKenna's character, Hannah? Because I don't know if you caught this. Did you watch the Entertainment Tonight behind the scenes? It was like a 10-minute video.
I did. I think I watched the whole thing.
If later on you see McKenna do an interview and she's wearing very princess dress.
Yes.
So I do think she's going to die, but I've stated this here over the last week or so. The fact that they are doing a school play, the fact that they are doing performance arts, it could be very easy for them to do a fake out in that environment. If we could expect Quinn Bailey to miraculously do her fake out with little to next to nothing really to pull that off, then we should expect these people who have the tools in the environment to pull that off to maybe do that. So what do you think? Do you think McKenna's kill is going to be an official kill, or do you think we could see her be a fake out?
So when you say a fake out, do you mean like she'll be revealed as the killer later?
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't rule it out. I suppose it's possible. I think she would be great as a killer, but there's just something like when they first announced her joining the cast, I just felt like she would be a victim and nothing more. Right. But I wouldn't rule it out. But speaking of fake outs, something that I think could be the case is Jimmy Tatro's character, Scott.
Yeah.
So we know that he's in that scene with Michelle Randolph. They go to the Stu Mocker house, but we don't see him. Like after that initial trailer and all the TV spots, he's gone. Like when Ghostface shows up, we only see her. So either he genuinely gets killed early and that's that, but what if he is like in Stu's cult and he purposely led her to Stu's house? Like that was part of the plan. Like Stu said to him, you have to lead Madison to the house where I'm going to kill her. And then what if we think he's dead, but he shows up at the end and he's revealed to be in the cult?
I definitely do think he is a very interesting character. That was one of the first ideas I had when I watched that first trailer. I was like, where the fuck did this guy go? Like,
yeah. And I feel like no one's suspecting him. Like all the fans talking about who the killers are, I feel like no one is suspecting it could be him, really. So maybe
I think there's a reason for that now. And somebody did point this out, and I kind of caught it during like the trailers. The scene, and it may sound crazy given all the shit that she had to do, but the scene where she falls from the chandelier and falls on the knife, a lot of people think that is not that's him fucking with her and it's a fake out. Or like basically when she falls on it, it's just going to retract and she's going to like look and be like, wait, what? And he's just going to be like, gotcha.
Oh my God.
The reason why a lot of people think that, and people have been saying that they think this scene is actually going to be a part of a Stab movie, like the new Stab 7, or no, it should be Stab 9. Yeah, because they did Stab 8. So a lot of people are thinking that this scene is a part of that. I personally don't believe that, but back on track to her. There is a moment in one of the TV spots where we see her on the ground, and she's like, no, screaming or whatnot. I do think when she falls on the knife, that's him fucking with her. So then obviously when she gets off, she's probably like cussing him out. You know what I mean? Like, fuck her, stop fucking around. And then he
Yeah.
probably pops up and was like, sorry, babe, and shit like that.
Yeah.
Fucking having fun, and then next thing you know, fucking Ghostface rock him, sneaks up behind him, and that's when
Yeah.
no and screaming and shit like that. So, but again, some of these scenes might not even be in the actual movie. And that moment where we see her drop from the chandelier might actually be her death. And if that is the case, and we don't see him throughout the rest of that whole sequence, then you definitely got to take his character into account for being one of the ghost faces.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll say this, like, I think, like, one of the first things I noticed in the trailer when listening to him, and he's all like, oh, that's super cool. It's got a motion sensor on it. I'm like, this son of a bitch could be a killer because he is too into it. My boy literally gets around, he's like, I'm just like, yeah, he likes this a little too much. I can see him being one of those fans who wants to experience the real thing.
I definitely, I feel like that's a good possibility.
It definitely is. I mean, we don't see, he's one of those characters, just like Anna Camp, just like Mark Consuelos, just like Ethan Embry, that we barely see in the, we see him, a couple shots.
Right. Yeah.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh man, I cannot wait for this, Pam. Oh,
I know. Oh my God.
What's going to be even cooler is we're
Yeah.
going to go see the movie before we all take our trip.
Mm-hmm.
But what's going to be even cooler is we get to watch it with Matthew.
I know. I couldn't pass up the opportunity. I was like, do I go because I have to film my content for my channel, like, Friday, my review and stuff like that. But I'm like, when are you ever going to be able to see a new Scream movie with Matthew Lillard on opening weekend? Like,
like
have to do
this
it.
is like a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Absolutely. Yes.
So it's just like, yeah. And plus also, especially in regards to doing content, it's good to wait for a couple of days because some people aren't going to see the movie right away.
Right.
And I already know you wouldn't be doing no spoilers or anything and stuff, but there's some people who might not even want to know anything about how the movie is, you know what I mean, until they go see it.
Yeah.
My apologies. Don Boy, calm down.
Ghostface might be lurking outside and your dog's trying to warn you.
That's what he's there for. That's exactly what he's there for. I have no problems. Like, I know for a fact ain't nobody robbing my ass because he's going to let me know. He is going to let me know it. Calm down, Don Boy. Carrie Crave Cinema with a 99-cent super sticker. Thank you so much, Carrie. You're awesome. Love you, Triple C. We got to get together for a stream here soon, too. It's been a couple weeks. All right, so let me get back to the main chat. Dude saying, I'm going to watch Scream 7, pretending as if I know nothing. I'm lucky, though, to never having seen Anna Camp in anything, so she's brand new to me. Yeah, I've seen her in a few things. She's a really good actress and stuff, so I'm really interested to see what she's going to bring to this character, Jessica, in this movie. She is giving Pamela Voorhees vibes with that pink sweater. So, yeah, she's going to be an interesting character in this movie as Jessica Bowden. That's her name, right? Jessica Bowden?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. Sarah Haynes P saying, would you like a Scream prequel in the future? Ooh, that's interesting. Pam, you go ahead and answer that first.
I would love to see a prequel with definitely like Billy and Stu and Maureen Prescott. But something I've said before, I would love to see like a TV show where each episode is a prequel for all of the ghost faces. Like, let's get a prequel with Billy and Stu, an episode or two. And then, Mickey and Nancy. What was Mickey up to before she recruited him? Like, he was already a serial killer. A prequel with Roman, tracking down Maureen. A prequel with Jill and Charlie. How did that conversation go where they decided to link up? Like a limited series, one season where we get 1 to 2 episodes per Ghostface duo or whatever. I think that would be interesting.
I think that is a great idea. That'd be fucking cool. For real, like you get basically an anthology series and
Yeah.
prequels on all the killers within the franchise. Now,
Yeah.
in regards to Jill and Charlie, I feel like I know how that happened.
Still would be cool to see.
I know exactly how that happened. It always makes me wonder, and I don't know about you, Pam, but it always makes me wonder if Charlie did get to kiss Kirby in that moment. If fucking Trevor didn't ruin my boy's fucking moment,
Yes.
if he
Yes.
would have made the decision to kill Jill and try to recruit Kirby. Like,
Yes.
I always thought, like, man, I wonder if they actually went through with letting them two kiss. If even if Trevor interrupts and makes fun of him and he storms out or whatever, I wonder in that moment if they would have written him to be revealed with Jill, but then he kills her and he's like, I want Kirby. Like this, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So I always wonder if he would have at least spared Kirby, like not
Right,
necessarily killed Jill to then recruit Kirby, but if he just would have spared her and let her
right.
survive, you know? Yeah, I think about that every time I watch it.
Yeah, that movie gives me fits, Pam, because I swear there are more killers than Charlie and Jill in that movie.
Yeah,
The
we
barn,
know. We
the
know
barn
it.
the barn scene does it to me every time.
Mhm.
Where did you go, Kirby?
Suspicious.
Very suspicious. Oh, the Wi-Fi router is smashed, but you got 4 bars on your phone that shows Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Oh man, gotta love it. You gotta love it. Dr. Evil 3326, what's going on? Saying, what if we're about to get the Ghostface unmasking and then the credits roll? Oh shit. Damn.
I
Ugh.
see, I that would just be a tease. Like I would be pissed. I would be pissed if we had to wait. We need at least one unmasking. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
sure, if you're gonna do that with one of the ghost faces, okay. But we need at least one unmasking in the movie. If they do it with Stu, like I'll be kind of annoyed because
Right.
then we
Like,
have to wait even longer. You know,
yeah. And then if they
yeah.
did something like that, we don't even know if, let's say, if they did something like that, and then they're going to reveal who the killers are at the beginning of Scream 8 because you would have to do that. You know, you can't start off somewhere new and then it's like, oh, let's go
Yeah.
back to this and stuff.
Mhm.
And let's say they don't reveal Stu, and it's literally the most underwhelming fucking killers you could possibly imagine. Well, not only be getting disappointed with the ending of Scream 7 with not having a proper reveal like we usually get, but now when we do get the reveal at the beginning of Scream 8, it's horseshit. It's like they're terrible characters or terrible ghost faces, or we just maybe didn't get what we wanted. So
Mhm.
now you set the tone up for the eighth film in a really bad way, because now if you started off in that type of way and it's bad, now we're going to be taken out of the movie.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
mean, for me, Dr. Evil, I don't. I hope they would not do something like that. I think that would be the dumbest cliffhanger ever. You know, like, because again, you got to start that new movie off where you left seven.
Yeah.
Like, so that
Yeah.
like nothing is layered out. Like, so yeah, I wouldn't like that too much. Um, Toxic saying, even in a camp scene I seen online, her acting is in. She don't seem scared.
Yeah, so that was a leaked scene,
Oh,
that I
I didn't.
briefly I come across it on Twitter and I quickly scroll. I don't wanna watch it.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea
Yeah.
about that. Like, I didn't even see it. J Rod saying all of the men in Scream 7 being a possible Ghostface. I want Ethan Embry to be it. Yeah, let's talk about Ethan Embry for a little bit, Pam. Because he definitely is giving me killer vibes. Um,
Yeah.
something about his character like that just seems very mysterious.
Yes. So, I find him creepy. He does give me killer vibes, but I feel like that could be to just throw us off. But what if they wanted to actually have the opposite effect? So, like, for example, Vince in Scream 5. He's creepy. you would think that Vince would have been the killer. He wasn't, but maybe that's what they wanted us to think. So I feel like Ethan Embry, it could go either way. Either he's so creepy that it's just to throw us off and he's not the killer, or he's so creepy that they want you to think it's too obvious and think he's not the killer, but he ends up being the killer, you
Right.
know?
I will
And
say
it's
this.
also, he's
Oh, go ahead.
older, so he's like he could be from their time, like Sydney and Stu. So
Right.
I don't
Stu's brother.
know.
Everybody's thinking it's going to be the sister, and it turns out to be fucking Stu's brother. But
Yeah, imagine.
I personally do think he could be Ghostface. I wouldn't mind him being Ghostface. I think he has the presence and the build to do it. I want Ghostfaces to be intimidating, and he kind of has that intimidating look in this post.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also worth noting that he auditioned for Randy and Billy in the original Scream movie, and he obviously didn't get
Right.
the role. But
Yeah.
it's the point that he auditioned to play Billy Loomis before. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe this could be his crowning moment in Scream 7. All right, so Pam, we got about 24 minutes left, and I think this is the perfect time to talk Stu Mocker. Let's just go all
Mm-hmm.
out AI theories. So when you saw that shot from that trailer, by God,
Mm-hmm.
this beautiful, insane, wicked,
Oh my God.
deranged. I love it. I
Yeah,
love it. I love it. I love it. He just
me
looks so
too.
maniacal in this fucking moment.
Yeah.
So when you saw this, Pam, in that trailer, what was your initial
Mm-hmm.
thoughts?
So I immediately had chills.
Nice.
Um, my brain was fried because it was like 3 a.m. I was waking up to go catch my freaking flight.
Uh-huh.
Um, and so seeing the pixelation, my first thought is this is supposed to be an AI version of him.
Right.
Maybe it's not. Maybe it is really him. But either way, like at least the student eyes out there are gonna say like, oh, this is clearly just the AI version, and it
Yep.
very well could be. But I obviously think he's still gonna be alive at the end. But yeah, he looks sick and twisted. I love it, and I cannot wait to see the actual context of this.
Right. Now, obviously, too, we could see some scarring around the eye.
Yeah.
And obviously that could be AI digitally created. I mean,
Mhm.
maybe
Yeah.
I feel like this is my issue with Stu just being AI. Is you would have to have some type of footage. Now, maybe Leslie does if she's going to be revealed as the killer. Maybe she has some home videos of Stu. Doesn't really
Mhm.
strike me as the type of home video guy, but hey, you never know. And stuff. But even then, and I did research on this, even then, it would be insanely difficult for somebody to take images or videos or anything from somebody when they were 17 years old and make them as they were in their 50s or 40s. Stu Mocker would be 47 years old.
Mhm.
It's very, very difficult. You need a very special, specific software to pull that off. Another reason why I don't believe this is AI, the placing of this scene in the TV spot trailer, putting Stu Mocker on a pixelated television. Of course, they want you to believe that it's AI. That's why it's placed in this way. I don't think
Mhm.
it's AI. I think this is Stu. Even if it is AI, like you said, Pam, he's still going to be revealed alive in the end.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this, again, goes back to what I've been saying. I think, especially when you see moments like this in the Scream 7 trailer or in the TV spots, they are purposely telling you what they're going to do in this movie. This is why I don't believe this, this whole AI looking Stu, even if it is AI, I still believe they're going to reveal him to be alive because, again, the placing of it. You placed his face in a pixelated television to create the illusion that that's all he's going to be.
Yes.
And I personally, I'm just like, nope, I'm not having it. I know that's what you want us to believe, but I'm not going to believe it because I know you're going to bring him back in the end. That's the misdirection. That's the real misdirection, Pam, that everybody's been talking about. This
Yeah.
right here. This right here is the most misdirection that we have gotten in these Scream 7 trailers. Is this
Yes.
pixelated image of Stu? Because instantly, a lot of people, even a lot of Stu truthers, I've
Yeah.
seen I've seen a lot of Stu Truthers bend the knee, not trying to
Yeah.
be assholes.
Yes.
I've seen Stu Truthers bend
Same.
and be like,
Yeah, no, you
yes,
got to stand strong.
yeah, he's just going to be AI. And
Right.
remember a couple weeks ago, I said I was 60-40 on it. And I remember you commenting, you said, yeah, we're going to have to tick those numbers up.
Yeah.
I am now 90 to 10%. I'm
Okay.
90% certain he is coming back alive in this movie. This all but confirmed it for me. You can try
Right.
to pull the wool over our eyes all you want. I'm not stupid. You are doing this purposely to create the illusion and
Of
to get
course.
everybody talking. Oh, he's only going to be AI. And even
Yep.
the truth, she told you he's just AI. Okay.
Yep.
I'm standing strong, and I'm even
Yep.
feeling more stronger now about it.
Same. And I think it's genius marketing because it gets
Yep.
the conversation going. It's getting both sides out to see the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And, they're not going to show Stu alive in the trailer. They're not going to show Sydney and Stu standing next to each other in her kitchen. Like,
Right.
duh, then that just ruins the actual mystery and the actual surprise. They're
Right.
gonna like before any trailers even came out, I would think to myself, like, are they going to show Stu in the trailer? And if they do, I'm sure it's going to be, or I'm hoping it's going to be something like this, something exactly like this to make it not so obvious that he's alive. They want you to think he's AI because they can't, like I said, they can't just show them standing next to each other in her kitchen because then the real mystery is actually gone. So
Right.
yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good for us.
It's looking real good. And I know there's a lot of people who have went and seen test screenings, and fortunately, they have been so gracious not to say shit about what they have saw.
Mhm.
All they have
Yeah.
said is, look, I went to see a test screening. If you are a Stu Truther, you're going to be disappointed. This is where I counter that. Not everything you see at the test screening is going to be in the final cut. They could have gave y'all different versions of the ending and saved the
I
actual ending that reveals Stu
I
alive
hope
for the
so.
actual movie.
So, did you hear just yesterday, Nev Campbell did an interview where she said that they're not doing early screenings.
Mm-hmm.
So, does that include test screenings? Does that mean all these people are lying? All the people who said that they went to test screenings are lying? Or are test screenings different from early screenings?
Oh, that's a good
Because I
question.
know, so
You know what?
Tristan from Brittany Vinyl on
I
Twitter,
do.
like they tweeted that interview and was like, okay, see, like all the people who claim they've seen the movie, who know what's happening, they've been lying.
Right.
I do think that there are a lot of assholes out there who just want to pretend like they have inside information,
Yep.
pretend like they've seen the movie, try to spoil it for you, even if they're lying, they want you to think it's been ruined. So I don't know, like
We're
I
gonna look
see
this
X
up right now.
yeah, I see XYZ in the chat saying test and early is separate, but I don't know. Um
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
even if they're separate, that doesn't mean they're not the same thing.
I don't know. All I know is Nev Campbell just yesterday said that there's not going to be any early screenings, which I love. We
Because
can't have it spoiled.
I'd like to think test screenings is just to test the movie out because it's not fully finished. Or they're going to make edits and tweaks and then finish the movie. And then early screenings is the finished product that everybody can see early. That's what I'd like to think.
Right. Yes, yes, yes. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, right. That makes sense. Yeah. So yes, you don't want the early. They don't want the early screenings getting out because they don't want nobody spoiling the movie before it actually releases. Like
Yeah.
so, like we already get an early release. What the night before Friday, Thursday, they do like those early screenings. Yeah. So why would they? So wait. Hold up though. See now. So does that mean if they're not doing early screenings? Does that mean the Thursday early screenings is now scrapped?
No, because that's an official release fan
Okay.
event. I'm talking like, how sometimes content creators get like 3 days in advance,
Yes.
but they're not allowed to make their videos until the embargo lifts. Like
Yes.
that's not happening.
Okay. Got you. Yeah, that's interesting. That's an interesting thing that she said in regards to that. And again,
Yeah,
that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Because
I
we want
agree.
to see the movie before we know what the hell's going to happen.
I
Like I like,
agree. Yeah, I was hoping that I could get an early screening. Um, it obviously looks like it's not gonna happen, but honestly, at this point, I don't want one. Like, I wanna see it for the fan event, a packed theater, hear everyone's reactions. I wanna see it when everyone else gets to see it, so
I agree. Like, but the funny thing is that you'll say now that you're not going to get that, and then watch before the week ends, Paramount hits you up and be like, "Hey, so you want an early screening of the movie?" And I'm telling you now, it was going to be so hard not to watch it if they offer you that.
I know. I don't know at this point what I would do if I got the opportunity, like because like I said, I wanna see it in a full theater, and I don't know if something like that would have a full theater. Wouldn't it kinda be on the emptier side? I don't know, I've never
Yeah, it
done
might
an
be
early
select
screening.
people. It might just be to select people,
Yeah, I
or
think at this point, I would just wait.
or wouldn't they? Or maybe they send you it like digitally. I don't know how that works.
See, that I would hate even more. I don't wanna see it on a
Yeah,
laptop for the first
yeah.
time,
Right,
so
yeah, I wanna fucking go to the theater, get my popcorn bucket, get my nacho cheese to dip that shit in, get me a big ass cup
Mhm.
of fucking Pepsi or Coca-Cola, and be like, "Yeah, let's go, Stu Mocker's back, y'all." Like, shit.
Yep.
I'm still deciding whether or not I should take my minions with me to the early screening on Thursday. My
Well, like your niece or
cousin, my niece, and my nephew. Oh, my niece, she loves Scream. She loves this
okay,
shit. Yeah, she's into it. My nephew, he loves Scream too, but he likes Halloween a little bit more.
yeah.
All right. So what's up, Katie? I see you here in the chat popping the popcorn. Glad to see you stop by. It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. All right, Pam. So some more Stu Mocker theories, right?
Mhm.
So if Stu Mocker is revealed alive in this movie, but let's say Anna Camp isn't one of his accomplices. Who is his accomplices in this movie? Who do you think could be Stu Mocker's accomplices if Anna Camp isn't Leslie Mocker, and if Anna
Mhm.
Camp isn't some obsessed fan of Sydney who's out to kill her? Who do you think could be Stu's partners in this movie?
Um, I think someone in Tatum's friend group, obviously, because he needs young, impressionable people that he can mold their minds and get them to do what he wants them to do. Um, so I feel like I want to say Ben to get that in with Tatum and Sydney that Stu needs. Like he needs that, access to them. But
Right.
would they do the boyfriend thing again? It's been done twice before. I don't know. So I would say Lucas over Ben.
Yeah.
Um I This is an interesting question because I feel like one of her girlfriends should be in the cult. And out of Celeste O'Connor or McKenna Grace, I feel like McKenna Grace might be more likely to be evil.
Right.
Um,
You ever seen The Bad Seed?
I have not.
We just watched that a couple weeks ago. She's definitely capable.
Yeah. Um, uh, I'm gonna go if it's not Anna Camp, then Lucas, Hannah, and Scott.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And let me so yeah, because that would make sense, especially having a young group of kids. Colt and Scott is a stab fan.
Yes, and
Like
someone a
Richard,
little older,
yeah,
maybe a little stronger,
yeah,
doesn't have to be in school all day and has some free time to go and do stuff for him.
yeah. That makes a lot of sense. I like that. I actually think I would like that. Those three characters working with him, because, like, again, you get Jimmy's character Scott. He's the big stab fanatic. Then you have Asa, who's supposed to be the creepy next door neighbor. Then you have McKenna Grace, who, yeah, she looks like she's gonna die, but she's in a setting and an environment where you could trick everybody. So wow, that'd be crazy. So let me ask
Yeah.
you this, because again, Kevin Williamson said this is going to be a family drama, right? And we got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre style Scream 7 poster, right? What if Anna Camp is Stu Mocker's accomplice, right? But she's not Leslie Mocker. Or, no, because they already said that would be his sister. They can't do that. So she's not Leslie, but it's Stu's wife. Like,
So
what if,
Anna Camp would be Stu's wife.
yep, what if she's
Mhm.
Stu's wife and then maybe Asa, obviously I would like to think would be involved, and stuff, because I mean he looks like
Mhm.
he could be related to Matthew,
Yes. Yes.
so maybe it's them three, and then maybe if you want to add somebody else, maybe Ethan Embry as the muscle, and stuff like that. Like, I think there's a possibility if Leslie Mocker's character isn't revealed as Stu Mocker's accomplice, but Anna Camp's character Jessica is. I don't think it's that far-fetched to believe that Stu started a family in hiding. There's been serial killers in real life who have done that,
Yeah. Yeah.
who have fell off the face of the earth from chopping people up, found a hot girl that they liked, say, yep, we're going to get married, we're going to have kids, we're going to live a civilized life, only to later on be caught because of their past indiscretions and the advancement of forensics and DNA and shit for them to get caught. So this type of shit happens in real life. So for me, it's not that impossible to believe my boy might have started a family and turned them into a bunch of killers, which would play into the idea of the family drama and as well play into the whole Texas Chainsaw style poster that they created.
Ooh, yeah, that's good.
I mean,
Yeah, I
granted,
hadn't thought of that.
we would be getting family members as killers again, but
Yeah.
I think this would be a better version of that.
Yes, I agree, and it's like, yeah, we would be repeating the family thing, but there is only so many options of, like, who the killers can be, and I'd rather it be something good like that and sort of a repeat than have it be random, just random and not well written, you know what I mean?
Right. Yes, that part. Like, that's the biggest thing. Like, that's the biggest thing, and that's why I have so many issues with Scream 6, is a lot of things were poorly written and were random. For instance,
Yeah,
Bailey being a cop, but yet he fakes his name. That shit doesn't make sense. That's not
yeah,
flying. Like, so those type of things can't happen in this movie and stuff. And I don't think it is, because I think there's a reason, and I want to know if you agree with this. Remember, when Kevin came in as the director, it was basically made clear that Guy Busick is the writer. But then somewhere along the way, Kevin saw something with this script that he must have not have liked, because then he took it, revised
yeah,
it, and slapped that co-writer tag right next to it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
what do you think? I'll put it to you this way. Let me ask you this. What do you think the original idea was, per se, or at least the original concept was, that maybe made Kevin Williamson do some pause and want to revise this story in his image?
Hmm. I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping it's not the Stu thing
Right,
because we know Guy Busick has been advocating for that since
right.
in the writer's room since Scream 5. Um, hopefully it's not Stu being the Ghostface, but like maybe it was the cult members. Like maybe Kevin just didn't like the way he handled the rest of the cult and who would be working with Stu, and maybe it was like the mystery aspect that he didn't like. You know how the original films have so much mystery in them, but
Mm-hmm.
like 5 and 6 didn't really have that. Like they lacked that. They
Yep.
lacked suspense, they lacked mystery. I'm hoping it's
Chase.
just that aspect. Chase scenes, yes, especially. I'm hoping it's aspects of that. Like hopefully Guy Busick still had we know he had that idea of wanting Stu to
Right.
come back. So hopefully Kevin wanted to keep that, but just tweak everything else around that and do it in a better way. Maybe,
Right.
hopefully Kevin was like, okay, if we're going to do the Stu thing, it has to work well so that people can accept it, so that
Right.
people don't get pissed off by it. So that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, I agree with that assessment on it. Yeah, that sounds like that would make sense. Like maybe Guy had an idea to bring Stu back, and Kevin looked at it and said,
Mhm.
okay, well, this isn't going to make sense. This isn't going to line up. Okay, so let me take it, look over it, revise it, and then this is where we're going to go. And then that's the
Yeah.
movie that we are going to get. Yeah, I can buy into that.
Mhm.
I'm just going to say what's up, Gig Joy. I don't know what's the middle of that, but glad to see you here. Thank you for being here. Saying, I hope Timothy Simons was obsessed with Stu/Billy, and he's the killer and was the one on the yearbook who took the fountain photo. Oh, interesting. Um, yeah, I know very little about this character too. He's like on the poster,
Yeah.
but he's hardly seen. I
Yeah,
guess he like the the drama teacher.
yeah, that's what I've heard. I keep forgetting about him, honestly. Like, I'm
Right.
surprised he even made the poster. Yeah, I think it's interesting that you and I talking about suspects and stuff, we never even brought him up.
Right.
um, I think he's just there to add to the kill count, honestly, or briefly add to the pool of suspects. But I don't see him being one of the killers.
I got it, by the
Um,
way. I got it. He's going to be the new version of Principal Henry.
what do you mean?
He's going to be basically like this version of Principal Henry. He's going to die in that theater. He's going to die in that school or whatever.
Mm,
I don't think he's a killer. I think he's somebody, like you said, who's there to fill out the body count. I don't think he's going to be anything important. From what I did hear about the character, he's supposed to be like a douchey, snarky type of drama teacher.
yeah.
And that just sounds like grounds for somebody to kill him. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know much about his character. They're not giving too much about his character. I just know that he's supposed to be the drama teacher, and I can see him just because of being like that school figure who's chaperoning the kids, kind of like what we've seen with Principal Henry. I can see him being the quote unquote Henry of Scream 7.
Yeah. Can you imagine if a lot of these characters are in the cult? Like, what if, you know, Ghostface, I mean,
Let's
Scream,
go, Cam.
like,
Start cooking. Go.
we've never had more than 3 killers, right? So it's
Right.
like, and it's typically 2. So when you're watching the movie and you're trying to figure out who the killers are, you're really only narrowing it down to 2 people. So what if the whole movie we're trying to keep our eyes on 2 people in particular,
And it's all of them.
but a lot of, yeah, what if it's just like all of them? What if all of her friends are in the cult? What if the drama teacher's a part of it? What if Ethan Embry's a part of it? What if Mark Consuelos is a part of it?
Let's go.
Like, honestly, and then it
Oh,
just keeps
shit.
blowing our minds like, holy shit, we thought it was him, but wait, it's
Right.
him. Wait, but it's also him. Like, I don't know.
I'm telling you now. No, I listen, and I'm definitely on this type of time, Pam, because I've talked about it before, and I think people are so underestimating it. I feel like you're the only one who's elevating this shit with me. Evan Williamson's original concept for the cult of Ghostface was to have them be a part of the Woodsboro Cinema Club, a part of the
Mhm.
friend group. They were the main friend group. All of their deaths were supposed to be staged, and they were going to be revealed as Stu Mocker's cult in the end of it. I know a lot of people now say, oh, I don't think I'd like that and stuff like that. But I feel like if they executed it well
Yeah.
and if they gave us some good kills and maybe one kill, like a Mark or a Gale, that really matters, that
Yes.
raises the stakes, I have a
Yes.
feeling a lot of people, if all that friend group and all those fucking characters that you just rattled off, if these
Yeah.
motherfuckers, we see them get killed, and then at
Right.
the end, when Tatum's all fucking, bound up, looking like Charlie and Stephen Orff all in the same scene or whatever, and you just see not one come from that plastic, like I think is behind that plastic in that room. See
Mhm.
one come through, 2 come through, There's a whole line, a whole army of motherfuckers. It's just like, yo.
It would blow my mind, honestly.
That shit would be absolutely
It
insane. I mean,
would.
especially dealing with a cult. I don't understand how like some people don't see how that type of scenario playing out for this movie could happen. Like Kevin to do this before. Like, I get it, he might not do it now, but we still have to take into account that he might. And especially with all these characters for the most part. I mean, yes, we've seen more of Asa German's character. We've seen more of Celeste O'Connor's character. We've gotten a little bit more of McKenna Grace's character. But in regards to the friend group, we've hardly really seen anything.
Right.
Like, we've seen sprinkles. Like, we've seen some attack and some death scenes. But we don't know as of right now how definitive those deaths are.
Like we definitely do need deaths in the movie.
Yes.
Obviously, not everyone can just survive. So what if the deaths that we get are like Michelle Randolph, one of the twins, Mark Evans, and Ben, like hopefully we can trust Ben. He's not a killer. So those are 4 deaths right there. Maybe we get one more, like Mark Consuelos. He's just there to add to the kill count. I mean, the first movie, didn't that have only 5 kills, right? So what if all we need is 5 and then everyone else is just in the cult?
Casey, Steve.
I can tell you right now because I have the Kill Tour t-shirt.
Oh, shit, she got that shit ready to go. Let's go. Oh, okay, yeah, that shirt, that's tight.
So it includes Maureen, but other than Maureen Prescott, we have Stephen Orth, Casey Becker, Arthur Hembry, Tatum Riley, and Kenny Jones.
That's right.
So yeah, there was 5.
About Kenny.
So yeah, what if we just get 5 kills and then literally everyone else is in the cult?
That's very possible. I mean, from what I've been hearing, we shouldn't expect a high kill count anyway.
Really?
So I mean, if you're going to do something like that where you still give us 5 kills, but then you give us something epic, like all these motherfuckers who are supposed to be their friends and people close to them, and they're all a part of this. Like, wow, that would be nuts. Like,
yeah. We'll find out soon.
Find out next week. Damn. Oh my God.
Sounds so
That's
crazy
a good one. I love it. But we are about to wrap this stream up here in a few minutes. I want to be respectful of Pamela's time. I'm going to get to a couple of you guys' comments, and then we are going to call it a night. Jorge Gama 9807 saying, oh, okay. Guess you guys were talking amongst yourself in the chat. Zaza420X saying Scream 7 will have some epic kills. Nice. I mean, I hope so. I mean, especially if it's like we were just talking about, just 5 kills, but you're going to reveal that everybody else in the friend group and everybody like who we think is a main character is going to be involved. If those 5 kills are, I'm on board. As long as those kills are great, they look great, they're violent, I can get on board with what we were just discussing. Oh, wow. DJ Combat, that's a bold claim, saying this is going to be one of the greatest movies of all time. Pam, what do you feel about that?
It's got to be, man. It's got to be. I mean, you guys know I love Scream in general as a franchise, and it's got to be one of the best sequels. Like, it has to. It's got to be better than the last 2, for sure, with Kevin on board and Neve Campbell back. And Stu in the movie. I mean, hopefully it's better than 3 because I'm not crazy about 3. I still love 3, but I'm hoping it's at least in the middle of the ranking, up there with 1, 2, and 4 for me. So
I think me and Destin were talking about this the other night. It's not even just about Stu. You know what I mean? It's a big component of it, honestly. But if they do that, but they also do some other things that really like get us like, oh shit, this could be the best sequel in the entire franchise. It could be. It has to. Everything we're seeing, it has the potential. They just have to follow through with it. That's all that's the groundwork has been laid. Now the execution, hopefully, is there when we watch the movie. So
yeah.
Oh man, this is gonna be this next week is gonna be so nerve-wracking.
I know, oh my god.
XYZ saying, I'm guessing Scream 7 will have 9 kills. Whoa, maybe like 13 with the killers.
Oh my
I
god.
think 2 cop characters will die too. Yeah, it's definitely, I mean, because it does look like when Mark goes into the house, it does look like maybe a partner is with him.
Really?
To
I
me,
don't know
it
if I noticed that.
might be somebody behind him. I'll have to go back and relook at the scene. But when I first looked at it, I'm like, oh, maybe somebody is with him. You know what I mean? So,
I mean, it would make sense for him to have backup with him.
don't the cops usually die in these movies?
It's true.
Like some cops make it. Some cops don't. Usually. Man, I wish he was in this fucking movie too. That would have been the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Fucking Patrick Dempsey. Dr. Evil saying, if we get several ghost faces, expect a average portal scene of Final Girls. Laurie Strode, Julie James. So basically you're saying time travel or some shit like that. Like, no, we don't need that. Oh, Carrie. Carrie saying, Pam, we got to get your love higher for 3.
I mean, I still love it, but one of them has to come in last.
Someone wants to kill my movie. Okay, yeah, we'll talk about your movie down at the station. This is the scene where you come with us. It's my shit. I love Wallace. That was like one of my big hopes if they were going to bring back Dempsey.
Yes.
That they would bring fucking Wallace with him. I wanted Wallace to be with him.
He's underrated for sure.
Hell yeah. He was making a movie called Stab. He was stabbed.
Oh, so good. That's like the best part.
Oh, love it. Jorge Gama, thank you so much, man. You're awesome. Saying, Marcus and Pam, you guys kick ass. Love your videos. Thank you so much. We put a lot of hard work into it. Trust and believe. And we love the fact that you all love the content that we push out.
Yes, for sure.
All right. I'm going to get to a couple more comments, you guys, and then we are going to head out. XYZ saying, but for real, a big plot hole in Scream 5 for me is how Mindy doesn't bring up Amber living in Stu's freaking house. Like, what? That's suspicious and worth a mention. Yeah, that is. Like,
yeah.
Mindy they wanted her to be the Randy character so bad. And it's just like, if you want her to be the Randy character, then you have to write her how Kevin writ Randy.
Right. If Randy was in Scream 5, he would have said something about it. He would have said, like, hello, you live in Stu Mocker's house.
Right, exactly. Like, and that's so weird because she did better in Scream 6 in regards to Ethan and Quinn and stuff like that. And it's just like, I don't know, maybe I guess 5, it's like, oh, this is her beginners, first time having to do this. So, but still, like, yeah, that's very suspicious that she didn't mention that Amber lived in Stu Mocker's house. Like,
yeah,
that is very, very weird.
Honestly, I just think it's poor writing, Yep.
Now, this is what I'm talking about right here. And I wanted to tell you this, Pam, in regards to your invitation from Paramount to the LA trip. And I said this shit, think to Destin, whatever. And I was like, yo, she's going to end up in the fucking movie. You watch this right here. We need Pam in the beginning of Scream 8. I agree. Let's fucking go. Or at the very least, let one of these goomballs be watching a podcast and it's her.
Yes, like, I would like that. I think I could do that because I'm not an actress. Like, there's no way I could be like an actual victim running for my life. I don't know. But something like what they did with Dead Meat in Scream 5, I think I could do that. I think it would be pretty cool.
Hell yeah. I've said, now I'm much of an actor myself. I would like to learn a little bit more, but I've said, in order to be in Scream 8, you don't even got to make me a main character. Make me the guy who's cleaning up Sidney Prescott's restaurant after it gets fucked up.
Like, I mean, really, I would love to be an extra just in the background. Like, just tell me where to walk and that's it. Like,
exactly. Just look, give me a broom, dustpan. We're gonna clean
Yeah.
Sydney's coffee shop up. We're gonna get a spick and span. You'll see me in the background wearing my fucking Las Vegas Raiders gear with my fucking glasses and everything. Just that's all I want. You don't need to hear nothing from me. I just want to just a quick shot. Oh shit, that's Marcus. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's it. That would be awesome. But for real, that now be honest though, Pam. Come on now.
What?
You mean to tell me if they didn't hit you up and be like, we want you to be in Scream 8, but we don't just want you to be in Scream 8, we want you to be the iconic opening kill. You wouldn't take that.
God. I mean, I would try. It doesn't mean I would be good at it. They might regret their decision and be like, never mind. You suck.
I have a feeling that with somebody as brilliant as Kevin Williamson and somebody who knows these movies the way you do, I think you'll fit in just fine if you give yourself a chance. Honestly,
maybe
you really don't need to do much. You really don't. Just be yourself. And I guarantee that's what they'll tell you. Be yourself and you'll fucking kill it. Dead ass.
Maybe I should start taking some acting classes now.
Do it. Why not? Like, I mean, think about it. Let's be realistic here real quick before we head out. You're starting to see it even more now so than ever. Us content creators, once we get to a certain point in following, they're calling us for movies. They're calling us for commercials. They're calling us for this. They're calling us for that. Why not take advantage of the opportunities? You know, we get one shot at this. You know, we got to squeeze as much of this life as we can out of it, you know? So, fuck. Like, I swear to God, if I heard that shit, if I see that shit, like breaking news, Sister Pam is in Scream 8. Well, fucking go! Let's go! Ah, let's go! Like, shit, get it? We gonna throw a party right here on the
Listen, maybe. Let me try to manifest it because clearly manifestation works because of everything that's been happening to me lately. I'm still manifesting an invite to the premiere, but it hasn't happened yet.
Listen, I'm a firm believer. If you talk about it enough, if you talk it into existence, it will exist. I've seen it happen plenty of times. It might take a while, but at some point, it'll happen for sure.
I agree.
Destination Station saying the cult of Ghostface is where all of us live streamers get killed by Ghostface live at the same time. Cut to the credits. I mean,
oh my God, that would be amazing.
I mean, if we're going with your convention style idea, bro, I'm on board for that. Motherfuckers get hunted down in a fucking convention, not on some real life shit. Don't you? None of you people go out there and real ideas, please. We're just talking about in a fictional setting, like. But that would be a cool concept. And XYZ is saying, Pam, show the tattoo again.
The Ghostface. I got my Ghostface tattoo today.
That's tight. That's tight. That's what's up.
Yeah, I love it. I had to do it before the movie came out. So went just today.
All right. So this is the last comment I'm going to pull up here, and then we are going to head out. J-Rod saying Marcus is the guy left in the coffee shop sitting by himself that everyone forgot was there, and they turn off the lights at closing, and he's eating a cheese Danish. Hello, I'm still here. No, more like chicken wings and French fries, but I see where you're going with that. Yeah, I mean, fuck. Listen, I mean, any opportunity is an opportunity, so that would be fucking cool. You know, again, to just even have that opportunity to say I was on set with the lovely, never aging Nev Campbell, and maybe if Matthew's going to be in Scream 8 if they have plans for that. I don't know, you know, but just to be on set with Nev Campbell alone, I think my mission in life as an actor would be complete at that point. I wouldn't need to take any more.
For sure.
Roles. I would not need to take any more roles. That's it for me. All right, so I lied. Carrie, I got to get this in. Carrie saying, I'm game, kill me, Mr. Ghostface. I don't need to be in a sequel, just in a Scream movie. I know that's right, Carrie. Fucking right. All right, everyone.
It would be an honor to get killed by Ghostface.
Right? Wouldn't it be? Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, dead ass. Like, Michael Myers. That's my top two. Michael Myers or Ghostface to kill me. You know what I mean? I'm cool with that. You know what I mean?
For sure.
As much as I love the Saw movies, I don't want to be in a Saw trap. Like, love Freddy, don't want to have bad dreams. Like, Oh, wow. That's interesting. I want you guys to play stab YouTubers that
Yeah.
believes is alive. That would be so cool. Whoa.
Yes. So that was my hope and dream for Scream 7. You know, a couple years ago, I was like, "Oh my god, imagine they did something like that where, I could be in it and making my videos about Stu and, maybe Mindy is watching them because Mindy's into the theory."
Yo, that would be fucking sick. I think
Yeah.
that's fan film worthy. I do. Like, that would be fucking sick. Yo, that's a cool concept. I like that.
Yeah.
Hmm. I don't know. I might have to talk to Destin. We might have to talk about this because I'm really oh, for real. That's intriguing. Like, I've been wanting to get the time to start focusing on doing a fan film or whatnot. It's just never feels like there's any time to do it. But even if I can just do like a draft of it and get like it started, that would be big because I want to do shit like that. That's another thing I want to get into in regards to content. I want to start doing like fan films, even if it's short fan films and stuff. I have
Yeah.
I have a Halloween concept to do with my nephew. I'm just waiting for
You
him
should
to
do it.
I'm waiting for him to get a little bit older so that it's
Mhm.
believable that he at his stature could do what he's going to do and stuff. I don't want people being like this little shit would just get punted, you know what I mean, and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I want it to be believable and stuff. But I will say this, Pam, if you go back on my Instagram account and you go scroll down on my profile and you see some of the shots that I got with him as Michael Myers and stuff. There's this one shot in particular where I'm standing right outside my sister's living room and he's like in the kitchen, but she has like these curtains or whatever. But the way she
I think
shot
I
it,
know what you're talking about. I think I saw that
that
when you
shot,
posted
I
it.
saw that. I was like, ooh, that shit was sick. I'm not going to lie. He killed it. I'm not going to lie. He stayed in character the whole time. Was so proud of him. Like, I put the camera up to his face and everything, and he's just like this, just like stuck. I'm just like, yes, like this is what I'm talking about. And I have a concept for it. I just want to wait till he gets a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. But all right, everybody, that is going to be the end of tonight's podcast episode 8 of the Raw Footage Podcast. I greatly appreciate every single one of you guys who came out to hang with me and Pamela here tonight. This was an awesome conversation as always. I will be back live on Saturday night. We're not going to be talking theories. We're not going to be doing none of that. We're going to be partying on Saturday night. I'm going to be throwing my second annual Glow in the Dark Scream live stream party here on the podcast. We're going to have a couple people here on the panel. We're going to have some drinks. I mean, I'm not one against if you want to blow on the tuka a little bit, go for it. You know what I mean? And shit. But at the end of the day, we're going to have games. We're going to have Scream trivia, and then we're going to also have some other games. At the end of the day, it's going to be a fun stream and a great time. So if you guys ain't doing shit Saturday night, definitely tune in then. I cannot wait for that part. I've never partied here on my channel. Never once. I'm not really much of a
Nice.
drinker, but this weekend we getting a little buck. Gonna get a little buck. But all right, everyone. I love every single one of you guys. Thank you once again for hanging out with me and Pamela. And to quote Jorge Gama 9807 as we end this live stream, one more, Marcus. Go Raiders. That's what I like to fucking hear. Thank you, Jorge. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye.